Did you ever picture a medieval street overflowing with mud, rats, and the stench of unwashed bodies? What if I told you that most people in the Middle Ages actually bathed more often than you'd imagine, and their towns were cleaner than many modern cities? Let's peel back the myths and uncover the surprising reality of everyday life in medieval Europe. The roots of medieval Europe stretch back to the collapse of the Roman Empire around the 5th century. As the Western Empire fell, Germanic tribes such as the Franks, Visigoths, and Anglo-Saxons settled in the former Roman lands, carving out new kingdoms along the fertile river valleys of the Danube, Rhine, and Seine. These early rulers, like Clovis of the Franks and Alfred the Great of Wessex, built their power on a mix of inherited Roman infrastructure and newly forged tribal customs. They inherited a network of roads, aqueducts, and public baths, though many fell into disrepair. Yet even in this chaotic transition, a surprisingly sophisticated sense of public health began to take shape. Monasteries became the unexpected custodians of cleanliness. Benedictine monks followed a strict daily regimen that included regular washing of hands, faces, and even full-body baths. They built cloistered courtyards with running water, and many monasteries operated their own herb gardens where they cultivated lavender, rosemary, and sage, plants known for their antimicrobial properties. These fragrant herbs were hung in hallways and used in washing rituals, turning the act of cleaning into a spiritual practice. In towns, guilds regulated the production of soap from animal fats and wood ash, a staple that spread from Italy to the British Isles by the 10th century. By the 12th century, street vendors in cities like Paris and Cologne were selling scented soaps, and municipal ordinances began to penalize the dumping of waste in public squares. The High Middle Ages, roughly 1000 to 1300 CE, marked the golden era of medieval hygiene. Urban planning saw the rise of paved streets, drainage channels, and public fountains. Cities such as Florence, Bruges, and York installed communal wells that provided fresh water, reducing reliance on stagnant pond water that could breed disease. Public baths, inspired by Roman thermae, reappeared in places like Bath in England and the spa towns of the Holy Roman Empire, where citizens could relax, socialize, and cleanse themselves in mineral-rich waters. The famed steam baths of the Islamic world also filtered into southern Europe, influencing the design of Moorish baths in Spain. Medical knowledge, while still rooted in the humoral theory of Hippocrates and Galen, recognized the link between cleanliness and health. Physicians prescribed regular washing of wounds and emphasized the importance of clean linens. The rise of hospitals, such as the Hôtel Dieu in Paris founded in 650 CE, introduced systematic sanitation practices. Patients were given fresh bedding, and attendants were instructed to wash their hands before attending to each case. This burgeoning awareness helped curb the spread of common ailments like dysentery and skin infections, especially during the frequent pilgrimages that saw thousands travel to holy sites. The decline of medieval hygiene practices came not from a sudden collapse but from a series of disruptive events. The Black Death of 1347-1351 decimated up to a third of Europe's population, overwhelming the limited medical knowledge of the time. Fear and desperation led many to abandon communal baths, mistakenly believing they spread disease. Simultaneously, the 100 Years' War and frequent sieges forced towns to prioritize defense over public works, causing many drainage systems to fall into neglect. Yet even as the medieval world staggered, the foundations laid during its golden age endured. The guilds that once produced soap evolved into modern manufacturers, and the monastic emphasis on personal cleanliness seeped into Renaissance attitudes toward bathing and public health. Today, the legacy of medieval Europe's surprising cleanliness lives on in the very streets we walk. The cobblestone lanes of Prague, the ornate fountains of Venice, and the historic bathhouses of Budapest all trace their lineage to medieval innovations. Modern public health policies, like regular street cleaning, sewage treatment, and public access to clean water, echo the medieval ordinances that first recognized the importance of a sanitary environment. Moreover, the cultural association of bathing with ritual purity persists, reminding us that the medieval monks were not only spiritual seekers but also early pioneers of hygiene. So the next time you picture a grimy, filthy Middle Ages, remember the monks polishing their hands, the bustling market stalls selling scented soap, and the grand public baths that echoed with laughter. Medieval Europe was far cleaner than the legend suggests, and its commitment to hygiene helped shape the healthier world we enjoy today. Don't forget to subscribe to Kadim World.